Hello, I'd like to talk to you about Microsoft Office products and how they really can make your life easier. Word is the one I use more than anything else. I'm going to show you the features that I use the most often for my college classes, whether it's a project, a paper, or even just studying for a test. I really like the changes Microsoft has added in recent years that makes navigation easier. For example, to find a recent document you've been working on, instead of clicking on the Start button and then your My Documents, you can actually just go to the taskbar and click on Word, and then click on the File button in the ribbon. Once I click on the Recent tab, you can see all the documents that I've been in recently. And then if your recent document isn't listed here, your folders that you've used recently are on the other side. So most likely it'll be in one of those two places. Another feature I have is having the tabs at the top of the page. It really bugged me at first when they changed this, but now that I've figured out where my favorite features are listed, I don't know how I did without it. The Home tab has most of what we use every day, and then for those that use more advanced features, they can be found in the various other tabs across the ribbon. If I need to change the margins, orientation, etc. for projects or special papers, I can just go to the Page Layout tab, and when I'm studying for exam and I've taken a lot of notes or answered questions from the review that the instructor gave the class, I will often widen the top, bottom, and side margins to fit more information on the page. And here you can just go to, you can see where some of my settings are there. Once I've typed some text, then I can either highlight or bold key topics or phrases to help my studying, as I'm a visual learner. Or for a simple presentation, these are also great tools. To use the functions, you simply right-click your mouse and slide it over the word. And you can highlight. There are different colors, or you can just choose the one. I just use this one on here all the time. And then you can even bold something. The spell check and grammar features are tried and true helpers. As you type your paper, there are different clues that you get while typing indicating spelling or grammatical errors that you can go back and review and make any necessary corrections. For example, I'm going to spell something incorrectly. And I immediately see the red underline. I can either manually correct it by changing the text or let Word give me a list to choose from, like so. Just right-click on the word, and the dialog pops up, and I can choose which one was I trying to type. Simply click the correct version of the word, and it's done. Spelling is something that has been easy for me, and I've always manually corrected my errors along the way, so I've had to force myself to get used to this feature to save more time. The last thing I'd like to show you today is really handy when you're writing a paper for class and it needs to contain a certain number of words or lines or paragraphs. You just go up to the ribbon, to the Review tab, and you're going to click on the Word Count button, and you're going to get a dialog box that shows you all the details of your current document. So if I was in another document where I had typed a lot of things, it's going to tell me the number of pages, number of words, characters, etc. There are so many features Word has now that you can use for so many things to make your life easier. Again, these are the main ones I use for school, papers, and projects. There are many more features from simple to advanced that make Word so powerful.